Welcome back to another video. Today I will be continuing to try hard in the Hall of Masters, and I will also be trying some very slight modifications on my usual strategies. So, catch you on the first game. We got a match here against Ninjaya's Alt. Very exciting to face the GOAT himself, unfortunately on an alt account. Do not want times up. Fire Cove is perfectly acceptable. Blade is also acceptable. With Adora, they're probably going Dart, Spac, Farm. So I will go Tac, Wiz, Farm.
Why don't you surrender now and save us both some time?
Witness.
Tac, Wiz, Farm, truthfully, is not very good. But it's very fun. And it's also something that people aren't generally used to. So definitely multiple benefits. We'll be going for my Jericho here on round 1. Seems as though they're trying to anti-stall. Hopefully we're able to get Jericho down round 1. If not though, that's still fine, but ideally round 1 Jericho, probably not though. Let's see. Got it. Very nice.
No doubt you've heard of me.
Fortunately, my bottom tack is consistently missing. I'm also not planning to go for a Blade Shooter. I'm going to go for a Wizard Monkey early game once I can get a little more money to save up for that.
We begin at once.
Leak a lot of lives, but that's fine. You're going to have to stay with me here. And we get an Arcane Mastery, because Arcane Mastery is very strong. And we'll basically be able to solo until round 11. I assume they're not going to try to lair on me, because that would be very dumb. Do pretty much nothing here. And get up Arcane Mastery in a second when we afford it. Will be the plan. Got it. Balloon bot, not balloon bot, tech bot on Jericho there. They're gonna need a crossbow in a second. Okay, we got their farm. Would have been nice to sell like their crossbow or something, but selling their farm is probably gonna be better for the money situation in the long term, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. Jericho is just so fun and unexpected. And we are out-farming them. Perfect. And I do have to worry about round 8 eventually, but round 8 is 2 whole rounds away, so do I really need to worry about that? Also, they do have Prestige 4 farm, which is kind of interesting. Yells are probably pretty done there. Yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I will need a tack shooter up for round 8. I assume they're going to Bloom Boost Purples at me immediately. Because why wouldn't they?
Oh my.
I don't know what those yellows were for. Maybe they misclicked. But we're fighting against purples. They Bloom Boost, I can Tower Boost back. That's fine. Zebras actually probably are not worth it. We get the win. Yeah, they were way too greedy. Oh my god. We were probably maybe about to die there, but they were just too greedy and they went down first. They had so many farms and just no defense at all. So I guess also just not quick enough micro. Very satisfying win there. And I'll go for a couple more games. I'll try. Depends on what I can get. Next match here again is to Goofy. This is definitely a Goofy player, so wish me luck. I like my little Cyber Quincy sub farm spec. Even though it's probably weaker than Adora, but I just like it. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. That's all. Get my little monkey sub down. Get my little barb darts. That's the plan. Hope you like it, because it's here to stay. Yeah, this strategy, pretty solid. Dart farm's back, just pretty squishy around 13, so I don't really like playing that. Either to just choke with it against an all-out camo rush, or a camo rush into a non-camo rush if you get a bunch of camo defense. Oh yeah. Cyber Quincy, super strong. Cyber Quincy with Dart farm's back, probably a little bit better for early game, worse for late game. One of the main features of Adora is that it's super powerful late game. Hopefully we do get to see a little bit of that, because I don't really get to go late game on this map for a lot of my games, because generally it just ends early because it's a really difficult map, but I don't know. I think it'd be fun to play a little bit of late game reflection, just every now and then. They do need more defense on their side, but it's when they go for farm, because farming is also very important. I will keep on sending them yellows until they buy defense, and then I'll send them pinks next round until they buy defense. Spoiler alert. They did not go for the buying of the defense. Sometimes Cyber Quincy just randomly misses and it's very funny. I can get up a little bit more farming just because Cyber Quincy 3 is available. I will take the out farm early on. Which is weird, because like you wouldn't think that sub is a tower that's going to outfarm Dart, because Dart is just like the greediest tower in the world, right? But low-key sub does outfarm Dart. Kind of silly, because you need crossbow round 5, and if you don't start out with your crossbow, then you need a triple shot and a crossbow round 5. I do need a triple guns though, I believe, so triple guns will be afforded in a moment. And then ultimately, I think our defense will be around the same cost, triple guns versus 2 tier 3 Dart monkeys. But I got the farms earlier on, so doing pretty solid. They catch up in farms. I will take the farm lead once again in a little bit. And go. Okay, they actually match farms. Well done. I could send yellows here, but like I said, I kind of do want to just go late game, even though it might be optimal to send yellows and get a tower boost out of them. Obviously, if I drain both of our money, then the game is going to end sooner, so I guess if I want to go late game, I have to play passive. Shocker there. No one could have foreseen this. So I'm thinking for Plantation. Plantation, very nice. And this map does get quite stalled, so like I'm considering just going for more eco, but I think Plantation will be better because I do need to afford defense sooner rather than later. They get us back down. They're satisfied with no tier 3 farm. Not me. I need a tier 3 farm. Not gonna cut it for me. Yeah. I will get us back down to myself in a second. Make him send a lot in order to get my ability out. Round 10 is scary. I'll admit it. Round 10 is going to be a scary round. I could send them a rush here, but I really do want to save up for my AP darts. Sending a rush is how I get the game to end in no time at all. Do they rush? No, they don't rush. They just peep by a Juggernaut. Get on my AP darts. No questions asked. And camo if they force it, but no need to get camo if they don't force it. Okay, there's a camo. They spent $360 on camo leads. I'll give them the good grace of buying a camo for that. It's only respectful. Their defense is super squishy, so I want to poke them a little bit. I don't want them to die though, I want to go late game. But like... Okay, yeah, I get them to lose some farms. They don't die. Definitely looks like they leaked a little bit, but maybe not. And get up a bank. If we can get away with this, I'm definitely out farming them. Okay, wait, we're in trouble. They're gonna all out me next round, and there's nothing I can do about it. That is problematic. So I have a bunch of defense. Does it just defend? Or do I die? I defend. Okay. They have no farms at all. And triple AP darts, we win the game. And they surrender. Don't even need to rush them back. Man, all I wanted was to go late game, but a win is a win. We'll take it. And I'll catch you all in the final match of the video, I guess. Maybe. Alright, next match here we got Juno. Juno, definitely someone I've faced a lot on this channel. They're a pretty strong player. Bloons Quarry. I did kind of want to have this map just to test out how well I could do with Jericho sub-farm ice on this map. I've played it once or twice before, and I think overall Sentai is a bit stronger, but in the mirror matchup, if you can get away with Jericho in the early game, it'll be a lot stronger for you going into the late game. Start out with an Ice Monkey here. Sentai just is going to get so much greed, but Jericho is Jericho. One thing that I do have going for me is that on round 1, literally just round 1, I'll be able to get more eco, so that helps a little. Ice Monkey, very strong starting tower in general, not just on this map, but
Galactic tank form.
Super nice to have.
Yes. The
Get my Jericho down.
Agent Jericho.
Work on a sub next. I assume they send me green balloons to force more defense, which would definitely be smart play. Yep, there it is. Well done. Get my sub down. They probably are working towards a farm, which is what they should be, because with Sentai you're good for like a long time on defense. If they don't send yellows here, I will be able to get a farm of my own. I assume they will though, because pretty much no reason not to. It just forces defense for almost no cost. Or maybe they will let me get my farm and everyone will be jolly and happy together. I like that option a lot. Farm down. Somehow matching farms with Sentai, much greedier hero. I will need a lot of defense round 4 and 5 though, that's the same. Pink's coming out here from me and from them in a second, I'm sure. There it is. Need to save up pretty much straight for my air burst here. One thing I've noticed is that on this map, the sub is much stronger early game on the right side than on the left side. When I played with this on the left side, I was just leaking up a storm with the exact same defense I have now.
You won't be needing this.
And yeah, air burst's gonna be very nice for me here. I will need to get up a triple guns, I think, soon. Which I'll just get up now. Strong should be the correct targeting, I think. Yeah, we're doing really well. Like, it seems like we're leaking, but when I did this on the other side, I was leaking so much more. So maybe on the right side, Jericho's better, and on the left side, Sentai's better. Could be an interesting way to play it. Yeah, oh my god, it's just so strong here. Send them black balloons. They are out farming me now, but I have more defense on the screen, so it's kind of even. And I also have Jericho on the screen, which is basically like a giga farm. Saves their ability. Interestingly, I think I will be able to beat them to a plantation here because they went for another farm first. Not that they're going to have less farms than me, but I'll be able to get my 3rd tier farm up first. Ultimately, though, I think getting a low tier farm into another farm is the strongest farming route if you're sure that you're going to be able to afford both of them. The reason why I didn't go for that is because I wasn't confident in the defense, so I wanted to be sure that I at least got a plantation down and I wasn't just stuck with two 0-0 farms. They get their Herber starts for my steel, which I'm definitely happy with because basically defense forced on their end for no cost from my end. I could have definitely gone for the more efficient farming route of farm into plant, but this is fine too. Round 9, I will need more defense. Not a lot more defense, but a little if they end up sending. They're going to be fine on their side. Agreed for another farm there. Okay, we're in trouble. Wait a little bit and then boost. Should be fine here. Maybe I didn't need that extra air burst, but I did it. Need a AP darts very soon. They have their camo sub up, well done. I assume they're going to rush me to force my AP darts, which I do afford nicely. Got it. No problem there. And we get our steal. And now we're actually going to pull ahead in farms, which is very nice, not expected at all. Also, send them a little bit of a pressure just to get some defense on their side. I don't want them to be able to get a bank before AP darts, because that would just be insane greed from them. River damage, run out. You have to get it up. Tower boost, hold off for a while. They go for bank. Okay, well. Okay, they go for bank and they sell into AP darts, so that's pretty much ideal. Exactly what I wanted. I will be able to get my bank up, not this round, but next round. And even though they got the little bit of a quicker bank, I'll be at a big advantage because I got a lot of eco from that rush. So, nice to have a money advantage. They sold the farm. What was that for? I don't know. And they're going for another bank? I don't think another bank is a play here. I think that's a mistake. And also I'm going to get pretty much a full steal here. I think they should have gone for plantation. Plantation would have been able to block the steal, and bank on round 16 is just too late. Just not worth it. They're going for the plan of early as possible monkeynomics, but that plan, I feel like it's easy to just eco a lot harder, and then you'll catch up, get a little bit later monkeynomics, and then you'll surpass them because you have all that eco as well. Look at their bank down here in round 16. So, well done for getting the bank, but I just don't think that's the correct play. Round 17 mobs will be available. I don't think either of us will send. AP darts is very, very much just like a brick wall to rush into. No one wants to rush into a brick wall. There's no point. You'll die. And as you might notice, I'm ecoing a little bit of pinks I'm mixing in, just because I want to maximize my eco as much as I can physically do, because, like I said, I think if I just have a lot more eco, I can catch up in farms, even though they're going to get their monkeynomics well before me. Maybe not even that much before me. Get my shield here. They're going to do an okay block. Actually, no, I get most of the steal. Yeah, pretty solid steal there. $2,000 stolen by Jericho. $4,000 difference made up, so pretty happy with that. Keep on ecoing on here. I think at this point, probably better to switch to yellow eco and get a little bit more farms down because round 20 through 23 are super quick, and very important to have some farms on the screen for those rounds because they just go by in an instant. After that, though, eco is the real king, but those rounds can make up the difference between having more eco, so gotta be careful to at least catch up in farms. We'll need my IMF loan soon, but not too soon. They're working on their Arctic Wind. I think I could send in a fortified BFB here, but I think it's just not necessarily worth it. Get down my own Arctic Wind. And probably can get up a bank this round and then get up my IMF loan next round will be the plan for now. Round 24 is when tight ceramics become available, and those are super, super deadly, so I want to be careful. Their bank is full, my bank about to be full. They actually go for the cash out early. I assume they're getting their monkeyonomics right now, which is fine. I can accept that. I will still go fortified BFB, just as a bit of pressure. I'm not going to Bloom Boost or anything, because I want to save those for late game and more valuable rushes, but get my own IMF loan here. My plan will be for any rush, I can just buy a, yeah, monkeyonomics on their side. My plan will be to collect, sell, debt, monkeyonomics. And for any rush, I'll be able to simply snowstorm, micro, until I get at my ability economics. Okay, now that my Jericho ability is over, and we got our Energizer up. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, now we're in a really good spot. They don't even have their Energizer yet, so I can do this. They need to buy a Snowstorm or something. Yeah, they buy Snowstorm. They also boost. So they're down to either 1 or 0 boosts, so I haven't really been keeping much track, but happy to have them running out of boosts on me. Get up an AP dart just for mob damage. I assume they get up their Energizer now, but their Energizer is just going to be so much later than mine, so I'm going to be, it's like I said, just like I wrote it out, I am now out farming them because I had more eco early on, and also I just have more eco too.
Laser bombs prime.
They get their Sentai in the water. Well done. Definitely was expecting that as well. They're also getting farms on the water. You definitely need that water space. I don't necessarily agree with that. And if they rush me with DDTs, I can just like probably first strike micro them will be the plan. Definitely a solid plan. If not, I'll get my Banana Central in a moment. Totally fine. Can we get it up? One more eco boost and I'll get it up. Or yeah, get it up now. I wouldn't be surprised if they do like a desperation DDT rush, but it won't do anything. I have plenty of money. Can we put a phone here? We can. Okay, good. Power level Jericho a little bit, just up to the $250 steal. And for any rush, I will just Snowstorm install it forever and get at my sub-commander. Hopefully I'll be able to get up my Monkey Wall Street this round. Be quite nice. And got it. Nice. Just pre-buy Snowstorm because I'm a bit scared of any rushes. Now going into late game, the decoy is going to be super huge for me. Very big part of my plan. Get the sub-commander just in case. And another farm on the water. One thing that they did that I don't necessarily agree with either is they got Banana Central on the water, which I think is just kind of dumb because you need that water space, so you're going to be selling that Banana Central eventually. Yeah, definitely a bit questionable of a decision by them. I will get up my Icicle Impale. Where do I get it up? I think like pretty low down, like here. I think fortified ZMGs will be pretty deadly towards them. Also, get level 20. They sent me enough bad. Hit up some first strikes on my side. One F-Bad isn't really strong enough to justify any big reactions. They're doing the F-Bad sandwich, which is a pretty strong play. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to get up. Actually, this should be. Get up a bunch of icicles in combination with I also need to use my first strikes. Very important to use. Get a bunch of icicles in combination with the absolute zero on the water. There's not really a lot of options you have for damage here. Can you send enough that here in a second? Yes. Are we fine here? Micro. I think we're gonna win. We still have farms, they have no farms. They have no damage on that F-Bad. We've basically won. We have all these icicles. There's just nothing they can do at this point. I'm absolutely crushing them. I defended their rush. They needed to send me either more or just focus more on defending. Icicles all over the map. Completely huge for me. Jericho constantly siphoning money. We did it. We win. Good game. So I think, yeah, Jericho, they didn't necessarily play perfectly, but Jericho definitely is very strong on this map, and not to be underestimated. I think, at least on the right side of the map, because the early game is super important. On the right side of the map, I think Jericho is definitely better. I'll keep on testing it more, but I think that's probably going to be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, sorry for the lack of uploads. Just been super busy. Haven't really had time, but I'll just try to keep the uploads going as much as I can. And don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. My friend Ryan Mahalik actually also has a Bloons YouTube channel, and he currently has way more subscribers than me. So subscribe so we can pass them ASAP. Thanks.